Alright, fellas. I'm definitely, absolutely not recording this straight after making the last 2 reaction videos. Every softlock in Doom and Doom 2. I'm very intrigued as to what Decino found. I always like seeing softlocks. I'm going to assume that stuff like falling off of the sides in that one section in Toxin Refinery doesn't count because that kills you. I know of at least 2 softlocks. Both are the same method. One of them is the little raisy floor section in E4M1 with the 9-inch nails thing. Because I remember seeing videos of that, and I remember it happening to me. And then also, the same thing can happen in a Deimos Lab. In that one little section, in the little ring. Those are the only 2 I can think of, though, so I'm really curious what else he comes up with. But anyway, Decino has given me consent to make this video. If you've not seen the original, turn this off, turn me off, and go to Decino's channel and go give it a view. Because the man deserves it. The man has a kid. And then come back and we'll watch this together. What you got for us, Mr. Dutchman?
In this video, we're diving into every known softlock in Classic Doom. In this video, we're diving into every known softlock in Classic Doom. If you're unfamiliar with the term softlock, it's a situation where the video game is playable, but no progression can be made.
Because you can't get back up or whatever?
You're trapped until you restart the game, die, reload a save.
That's a Pokemon sound effect. That is Psybeam. Great sound effects.
As you can tell by the video length, Doom has quite a few. We'll be checking out all the levels with softlocks and perform some yellow background analysis magic on the more complicated ones. Now, defining a softlock in Doom can be a bit tricky. Technically, you could save while low on health in front of a lethal projectile, and boom, you're trapped in an unwinnable loop.
Oh, I've done that as a kid. I've done that as an adult, but I've done that as a kid.
Another variation, damaging floors. Save on a platform surrounded by damaging floors while low on health and you're doomed. But for the sake of keeping things interesting, we're skipping any softlocks that require you to die to escape. We'll purely focus on softlocks caused by regular gameplay or glitches where the only escape is restarting the level, reloading a save. We're using cheats like noclip.
Yeah, because like it doesn't make sense to include softlocks that you can create, because then it I mean, you could do the Mount Erebus situation he just showed. So.
With that said, let's start off with the very first Doom game.
Yeah, I wonder what he's got here.
id Software clearly wanted the shareware version to be top-notch to encourage players to buy the full game, and it shows. The majority of the maps in Knee Deep in the Dead have no softlocks. Every floor lift or door is tied to a switch or line that can be re-triggered, and all inescapable pits are designed to kill you. Although there's one pretty major bug id Software didn't take into account. Really? The very first softlock can be found in E1M8. Kill the barons to lower the walls, stand exactly here and save the game. When you reload, you'll fall through the floor with apparently no way to get out.
Oh.
So why does this happen?
Oh yeah, it was from another he showcased it in the like unreachable no, it was the challenge video, because there were some things where you like save on like the edge of a ledge and when you reload it you'll fall. Fucking blue square over here's annoying me. Okay.
Analysis time.
The player's bounding box is always taken into account when they move, which is why it can hang over ledges with the origin suspended in the air. When you load a game, the player's position is set to snap to the sector's floor height where the origin is located. The bounding box is not checked, causing the game to squeeze the player into places where they normally wouldn't fit. Keep in mind that this bug is present in the original Doom executable. Most source ports out there fix this bug, so if you want to try it out, you need to play a version of Doom with these bugs present. So yeah, we're softlocked. We can't get out of here, we don't have any rockets to commit Sudoku, and there are no enemies nearby to kill us because we took them down first. The only thing we can do is start a new game, reload a save that doesn't imprison us, or use a noclip cheat. A similar softlock can be found in E2M2. If you save right here and load the game, you'll be squeezed between the crate and the wall. The next softlock is one we've already covered in the Crushes video.
How did you find these? Did you just like did you just like look around the map and just be like, oh yeah, maybe that looks good?
The rising floor in E2M4.
Yep, that's
If you've got enough health and armor, you can survive the floor crushing you into the ceiling. Not much you can do at that point. E3M2 contains the first softlock caused by a flawed map design. This line here in the index finger portion of the map closes the wall at the entrance. The switch found in the fingertip opens up the entrance, and it also opens up the wall of the switch. This switch can only be pressed once, which causes problems. In Doom, sectors that are in motion cannot be overridden with a new action. Only when the sector has stopped moving can it be activated again. The problem here is that the fingertip wall can be opened while the one at the entrance is still lowering. So there's a time window where the switch becomes pressable for the fingertip wall alone instead of both.
Is this why I randomly get stuck in this section? This level sucks.
The fingertip wall opens up, but the entrance wall is still closing and won't execute the wall opening action. Now you're stuck. Well, at least you're not stuck in the finger with the giant booger. E3M4, the outdoorsy area with the two crushers as a softlock. When you approach the pits in the floor, the crushers will activate. The triggers for the crushers look like this. What if I told you there's a way to completely skip these triggers? It's done through a trick called line depth skipping. So how does that work?
Analysis time.
First, let's check out how Doom processes walkover triggers. Here's the
Oh, is it like you skip the line def and you fall down in the pit, but the pit's not damaging?
and here's the player and their bounding box. Each game tick, the player moves a certain distance. With each tick, the game checks if the next move is valid or not. An invalid move would be slamming into a wall, so the game corrects the next tick's position accordingly. When it comes to walkover lines, Doom checks if the bounding box with the next tick's position is overlapping the line. If that's the case, then it traces both origins, and if the trace intersects the line is flagged as triggered. It's worth mentioning that the line extends infinitely, so even walking around the visible segment will trigger it, as long as your upcoming tick's bounding box overlaps with the original line. Skipping the line sounds easy on paper. Go fast enough to guarantee the bounding box never overlaps the line on either game tick. But it's not that simple. id Software thought about this, so fast moving entities going over 50 map units per tick are programmed to check the next tick's position in half steps. So let's say the player moves at 20 map units per tick. Instead of checking the next position 20 units ahead, Doom checks 10 units, then another 10. The player's bounding box has a radius of 16 map units. So even if you run at top speed, which is around 24 units per tick, the half step check will ensure the traced origins intersect with the line. That said, the half step calculation is a big flaw. It only runs if the entity's speed is greater than 15. But Doom's world uses a coordinate grid with both positive and negative directions. If you move south or west, which is negative speed, the half step routine doesn't run at all. This makes skipping line lefts possible when moving south or west at over 16 units per tick, but only if the lines are axis aligned. If the lines aren't axis aligned, you will need much higher speeds. That's because bounding boxes never rotate with the player, they remain axis aligned. Yeah, it gets complicated, so let's not go there. North and east line skips are possible too, but they involve tricks where you move really fast. That's for another video. In E3M4, you can approach this crusher from the east, so when you move west, you get the chance to skip the line and fall into the pit without the crusher activating. Stuck in a fleshy prison forever. There's another softlock right beyond the crusher area. This one-time use switch opens up the door to the next area. Right here there's a pretty obscure trigger which you can interact with. When doing so, the sector turns into a door that opens and then closes.
Okay, yeah, I knew this shut somehow. I knew I wasn't fucking going insane.
If you open the pseudo door and run back to the crusher area, you'll get softlocked. You can commit die to restart the level since there's an error near the start of the damaging floor. It does defy the video's definition of what a softlock is, but I do want to showcase a few honorable mentions once in a while.
Well, you could, I mean...
You can...
Hold on, let me see.
And run back to the crusher area.
Yeah, you could just walk in one of the compartments and then you're stuck.
You'll get softlocked. Right?
Or does that open on that side too?
You can commit die to restart the level since there's an error near the start with the damaging floor. It does defy the video's definition of what a softlock is, but I do want to showcase a few honorable mentions once in a while. There's a third softlock beyond this door. This switch opens the door in case it closes after a delay. But it's a one-time use switch.
Ah.
So if you open the door again, go in, and then let it close, you're trapped. There's a
the pistol shooting really fast is always funny to me.
Spot in E3M6 where saving and reloading will trap you.
You wanna
save right on this ledge above the water pit near the secret exit, you'll get softlocked.
Yep.
In E3M9, if you close this door by using the switch and quickly run in, the exit becomes unreachable, because you need to be able to backtrack to the starting area to finish the level. Here's another mapping flaw. This door right here opens regularly from this side, and with the blue key from the other side. The side that requires a blue key is a one-time use interaction, so if you open the blue door,
so you can't go back there
again from the other side, run past the door, and let it close, you'll be softlocked.
Please shoot the pistol. Thank you.
There are damaging floors nearby for both softlocks, so you can use those to restart the level.
But wait, so then you can't deathmatch.
Another pseudo softlock. Still worth a highlight though.
Because you gotta wait for somebody to spawn in deathmatch then. Well, that's kind of a... Can't speak. That kind of sucks for deathmatch, but, you know.
This room in E4-1 contains
Oh,
a
yeah.
rising floor. If you somehow get here with enough health and armor, the floor won't kill you.
Yeah, somehow.
You might think that raising the floor and quickly running out without grabbing the blue key softlocks the map, because
Nope.
you need the blue key to open the exit door. Well, have no fear. American McGee is here. If you've ever wondered what this switch does, it lowers
does
the
that.
floor again, allowing you to still
That one
get
I
the
knew.
blue key. Clever, huh? In E4M 2, the entrance to the staircase down here in the lava pit contains a walkover trigger that opens up this wall near the player's starting point. Since you're moving to the south, the trigger can be skipped. Entering this room is done through a one-way door, but by skipping the line, the wall hasn't opened, and you're trapped onto the damaging floor claims your life.
Ah.
E4M9 has a softlock as well. In this area, walk up the ledge, and by performing a strafe run here, you can jump straight into an inescapable pit full
That's
of water.
funny.
There's a second softlock, but this one only appears when you're playing in multiplayer. If you take either of the teleporters here, you'll end up in this area. Normally you can press the switch to get out, but for some bizarre reason, multiplayer mode adds a marble pillar in front of the switch.
Yeah, I don't know. I never knew that. I'm sorry. I knew that. I never knew why they put it there. That's what I was trying to say.
There's no way to press it, you'll be stuck. I'm not exactly sure what the idea is behind this obstacle. I mean, if you're playing with other players, they can lower the walls from outside.
They gotta
But
let
when
you
you're
out,
playing
yeah.
alone, you're screwed. Maybe it's meant as a trap and deathmatch? I honestly have no clue. Moving
I
on to
think so.
E4 and
That sounds
3,
right.
here we have a very obscure rising floor. Just like the other rising floors, if you've got enough health and armor, you'll survive and get stuck. In
Secret!
E4 and 7, there's a semi-broken secret with the invulnerability. You can be launched into the closet through a very precise rocket jump from the cyber demon as you ride up the bars. Make sure you open the door before doing all that, of course. This door, however, can only be opened from one side. So if you get launched into the little hidey hole and the door
Ow.
closes, you're screwed.
That's funny. Alright, Doom 2.
Time. Our softlock quest starts in map 3. In the exit area, there's a way to get stuck. First, drop down onto the ledge here and kill the pinkies inside the cage with rockets. Several lines, if walked over, will open the cage. So make sure to
Oh,
avoid
so you just drop yourself in the
those.
cage?
Now, right up the lift and drop down into the pinky cage. Normally this is impossible, since the pinkies block player movement, but with them dead you can get an early softlock. There's another softlock here if you save between the lift and the cage. You'll drop down to the floor below with no way to escape.
The two-wall thing again.
Oh yeah, the smaller cage also has a softlock issue. Normally it's lowered by crossing this line at the ledge, but since you're moving south, you can skip it. Kill the pinky inside with rockets,
And
then
then drop
drop
in.
down, and get stuck.
That's pretty funny.
The next map also contains a softlock. In the room with the red key, stand between these two crates and save.
Oh, God.
Whoops. Map 6 has a
Hang on, I have to go pee-pee. I'm gonna pause the recording. BRB. Alright, I'm back. Continue, Decino.
softlock in the room where the red keycard is. Normally, when you cross this line, the floor lowers
Oh,
and
yeah.
releases the enemy's cage in the pit.
Yeah, I've had this
But
one
since
before.
you're moving south, you can skip it if you go fast enough. This will prevent the floor from lowering. So if you drop down into the pit, there's no way out. Ah, that's simple. Kill all the Mancubi, walls open up. Kill the Arachnotrons,
Kill the Arachnotrons at the same time.
and the platform to the exit rises. This all works fine until...
Analysis time.
If you kill, like, if you kill them all at the same time, it works. If you stagger it, though, then it gets fucky.
The way the game checks if all Arachnotrons are dead is a bit flawed. The check is done on the Arachnotron's final death frame. It goes through all Arachnotrons in the map, corpses included, and if any of them have 1 health or more, the platform won't raise. Here's the problem. If the last 2 Arachnotrons are considered dead simultaneously, they will both run the check. You've got to make sure there's enough time between each finishing blow, and the time it takes for the platform to raise 1 step. As explained earlier, if a sector is already moving, the action is ignored. If timed just right, the platform will attempt to raise twice. Oops, we
That's also why it's kind of difficult in Nightmare. When I was trying to film my Doom 2 with no secrets that never came out because I lost the footage, I actually lost, I think I lost 1 attempt to this map because I accidentally killed... I staggered 2 Arachnotron deaths. That sucked.
can't exit anymore. Just kidding. You can jump onto the exit platform from here without any problems. However, if you manage to kill the last 3 Arachnotrons using the same method, the exit platform will definitely become inaccessible.
Oh, yeah.
This next one isn't a softlock per se, but I want to showcase it because it involves a pretty obscure trigger. Remember that awful platforming section to reach the exit in map 8? The one with the stepping stones that sink into the damaging floor,
final trap.
leaving you with no escape? Yeah, it sucks. You might think letting the first step sink and then walking backwards creates an unwinnable situation. Technically not true. You can always die in the damaging floor and restart. It's also factually not true, because there is actually a hidden trigger right here in front of the sinking stones. This trigger reveals the teleporter over here, so you can skip that nonsense and teleport straight to the exit door. Presumably this trigger was added for multiplayer, but it works in single player too.
Because if you play it in co-op and one person messes up, then you're all stuck, so...
In map 12, there's a softlock if you save on this ledge. Reload, and you'll fall into the gap. In downtown, there's a lift that perpetually moves up and down. You need to ride it all the way up to make a jump to the yellow keycard. This lift is very easy to break, unfortunately. How? You know what time it is. The lift is activated by...
Was that a real cough? I hope that was a real cough, because that sounded genuine.
Crossing the line here. Upon activation, it checks adjacent sectors for the lowest and highest neighboring floors. This lift is a bit special, because there is no highest neighboring floor. So, as a failsafe, it uses its current floor height as the maximum. There's also a line here that stops the lift. Even when stopped, it remembers its lowest and highest destination heights for when it's reactivated. The problem occurs if you stop the lift, save the game, and then reload. Floor heights aren't saved when the lift is in stasis, so Doom needs to recalculate the lowest and highest floors upon reactivation. In most maps this is fine. It checks neighboring sectors, finds new bounds, and continues. But in this particular case, since the lift has no higher adjacent floor, it defaults to its current height. So, if you've lowered the lift all the way down, stopped it, and saved and reloaded, the lift's maximum height will be permanently lowered, and the yellow keycard will be inaccessible.
And you can't revert it.
In map 14, you're supposed to get the red key to press this switch to load the red bars. But you can jump beyond the red bars from this window here. There's no way to load the bars from this side, and the wooden door's walkover line is too close to the bars to trigger. Moving on to map 15. The crates strike again. There are a couple of gaps to choose from here, where you can save.
Sorry, what I was expecting him to do here was walk on the ledge and then save and then fall between the bars, but maybe that's too narrow.
Save and softlock yourself. In tenements, there's a secret closet containing cacodemons and pain elementals. Normally the wall opens up when you cross either of the lines here, so when you access the secret you can get out. You can easily skip the lines by lowering the lift here.
Oh yeah, wow.
Go to the secret area. Kill the demons.
Oh, and then you can't get out because it's a drop-off.
Jump down. And get stuck. In map 19, there's a scenario that appears to be a softlock. Normally, when you end up in this room, you need to fire a shot at the imp to raise the floor and get out. But what if you're out of
the back wall to be specific?
Ammo? Well, punching the wall below will also raise the floor. You don't have to shoot the window specifically. Both the window and the wall below share the same line, and that line checks for hitscan interaction regardless of the height. Not a softlock, but still wanted to showcase it anyway.
That's neat.
There are two softlocks in map 20.
I hate this teleporter. I hate this teleporter. I hate this teleporter. When I was speedrunning Doom 2, I lost a very good run to this teleporter because of the softlock Decino's about to mention. When I was doing Archipelago Doom 2, I also, I had to die because it happened again. I hate this elevator.
Teleporter here is two layers. The first layer lowers the floor you're teleporting to, and the second layer is the actual teleporter. You approach the teleporter from the north. Run fast enough and you'll skip the floor lowering line, but not the teleporter one. You'll teleport into the room with the floor still raised.
It's a line def skip. I didn't know why it happened. I just knew that it happened sometimes. It's a line def skip. Now I know. Thank you, Father Decino.
Rip in peace. The second softlock
involves Oh yeah. Rip in peace, yeah.
Crusher. We all know how these work by now.
Yep. Thank you, John Romero.
Map 21 has a softlock involving stair.
I don't even know if that's his map. Yeah, this one that's been mentioned before.
Boulders. There are 4 one-time use switches here that raise the lift each time. However, if you press all 4 switches in quick succession, the sector won't raise high enough. Unlike most moving sectors, stair boulder switches can always be pressed, even if the stair boulder sectors are in motion. Now, this is technically not a softlock, because there are teleporters that bring you back to the starting area. From here, you can skip the yellow bars completely using a fairly precise trick. Very slightly turn to the left and perform an SR50 right between the bars. Not something you'd pull off as a casual player though. The Chasm. This map is a nightmare for players who like to save during the tightrope sections.
Oh god.
Reload a save too close to the edge and... Oh no! But wait, there's an even worse spot to save.
Oh god!
Near the shotgun, there's a tiny gap in the floor.
This little
Save on
triangle.
top of it, reload, and enjoy some impromptu cave exploration. There's another softlock here, caused by a flaw in the map design. This invulnerability platform can be raised by interacting with it. You can also control the surrounding sector by using these walls. Spam the interaction key, and the floors will keep rising all the way to the ceiling. The softlock occurs when you're close to the ceiling. Raise the outer floor and quickly run back to the central platform. The floor will raise too high and trap you.
Oh yeah! Oh, that's...
Although on the original DOS version, there's even a chance it will flat out crash because of uninitialized values being red when the floor reverses direction.
It's like an elevator. It's like a falling elevator. That's funny.
Up next, we've got map 27. There are two softlocks here and both are relatively easy to encounter. The first is in the corpse room. Two things to note. One trigger opens up the upper pocket filled with pain elementals.
So is
The
what?
second, this switch, lowers the lift to a teleporter that sends you into the pain elemental pocket. You can press the switch without lowering the walls. And if you do that and teleport, you'll be softlocked with the meatballs.
Hey!
The second softlock is near the blue door. This switch lowers the platform containing the red skull key. It does so by checking the highest floor of adjacent sectors, then lowering to 8 map units above that height. Normally, the 4 walls surrounding the red skull key are lowered via triggers scattered throughout the arena's time paradox marble zone. You can fairly easily skip one of those triggers by running around the lines here.
Oh, you got the corner, okay.
That means one wall doesn't lower, so when you press the switch, it
doesn't
mistakenly reads that floor's height as the maximum. The platform will stop short, and since the switch is single use, the red skull key is now unreachable, and you can't exit the map, unless you didn't kill Barney, that is.
Morning, Mr. Freeman.
The Spirit World's exit room has 3 pits with monsters. These floors will raise when you grab the Megasphere, releasing the demons within. But what if you preemptively kill them? You can carefully step onto the Megasphere pedestal without triggering the floor lifts, giving your rockets enough height and angle to land hits on the pit dwellers. After that, jump in and question your life choices. Even funnier, on easier difficulties, the Revenant pits are empty. That makes this one of the easiest and probably most common softlocks in Doom. Did this ever happen to you? One last Doom 2 softlock to showcase, and it's in the Penultimate map. Near the exit, there's a pit with a Cyber Demon. By crossing this final line, the floor rises and kicks off one of the least exciting Cyber Demon fights in classic Doom. I mean, you can just leave and all. However, you can skip this line entirely by stepping diagonally across it. Drop into the pit, bum rush the Cyber Demon with the BFG, and that's it. You're stuck.
So, correct me if I'm wrong. I think there might be one softlock you missed, Mr. Decino. I'll have to have somebody tell me this. Because I can't look it up right now. I believe you can softlock yourself in Icon of Sin unless you're placed directly on the rocket launcher. I think you can just walk past the rocket launcher and go into the Icon of Sin room, and then you can't. Well, that's not really a soft lock. That's just, you're stuck there until you die. So I guess that doesn't really count, but...
This video was more of a side project. The other video I'm working on is really complex and needs a bit more time in the oven. The idea of exploring softlocks popped into my head and I thought, hey, that's actually a fun topic. So you could say I worked on this video as a break. Expect a big boy video in the near future, but for now I'm saying bye bye. Thanks YouTube members, thanks patrons, and a personal thanks to the following sexy people.
Yeah! Thank you, Decino! Don't drop the video in October. I'm gonna be gone. Don't do that. Well, when you're seeing this, I'm gonna almost be back. But anyway, great video, Mr. Decino. I'm assuming, yeah, it's just, yeah, there's outro stuff. All right, good stuff. That was a fun little video. I always love looking at softlocks like that, like Picaspri's Pokemon softlocks. Those are always fun. Well, anyway, I'm gonna skedaddle. I got some stuff to do. So, thank you all for watching. Good night, friends. Thank you, Decino.